club's annual campout was held on April 26th to 28th at Coyote 2 Road, which is a remote spot down in the Imperial Valley Desert southeast of Ocotillo. To get to it, you have to go east on I-8, past Alpine and Incapah, down Mountain Springs Grade to Highway 98, where you head southeast for about 9.5 miles to Coyote 2 Road. Turning right, you bump and jolt and bounce along a washboard graded road for just shy of 2 miles. As you rock and roll down the road, you go from desolate to more desolate terrain, almost like the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. As you drive, you might imagine you hear banjo music wafting out from behind the cactus in Ocotillo. You're getting close. When you get to a sort of Y in the road, stop. There's a flat area between the legs of the Y where we park and set up camp. We walk the area we planned on driving over first to remove any and all rusty nails from previous campfires that burned wooden pallets. I can almost guarantee someone will miss at least one nail. We drove in and parked upwind of the fire pit so we didn't get smoked out. I can almost again guarantee that the wind will change after we are parked. Cars, pickups, and RVs soon started rolling in on Friday afternoon to get parked in the exact spot they wanted to be, except that someone usually got there first. As rigs arrive and get set up, groups start forming, usually under the shade of the awning of an RV, which also blocks the wind. A folding chair and a cold beer are two required items when joining a group. The first night's dinner is on you. It can be as complex or as simple as you desire. Some campers are very creative and some are not. And yes, when in the desert, a can of beans and a cold beer are construed to be a meal. Camping is a nebulous term. It can be as simple as a sleeping bag on the ground, or in a tent, or in the bed of a pickup truck, or in a full-blown RV. Just remember, the area is populated with coyotes, both the two-legged and four-legged varieties. Be aware and be prepared. It is also a primitive area, which means there are no facilities. No water, no toilets, not even a porta potty. Day 2 begins at the crack of dawn for some. Others may wait until that crack becomes a very wide split. Once awake and full of coffee, we headed another half a mile or so into Banjo Land and met the early risers at the line of folding tables, shooting rests, and pop-ups on top of a small ridge. We saw targets of all sorts. Paper targets and steel plates or gongs were set out at all ranges from 100 yards to 700 or 800 yards. Most of us brought at least one weapon for the campout. Some emptied their safes. Most also brought ammunition measured in pounds rather than individual boxes. Advice and help with any problems or issues could be found all along the firing line. There was a lot of sighting in done, or just verifying site settings, checking drop tables at various ranges, or just plain fun gong shooting. I had to take Don's rifle away from him while filming some downrange shots. He has a really nasty habit of shooting at my targets, target clips, or in this case, my drone. Saturday was the day for shooting, sleeping, or just resting and relaxing. Whatever you do or want to do is perfectly fine. Some even went hunting for coyotes, the four-legged variety, while we were down here. Saturday evening's dinner was prepared by Don, Dan, and Jerry. It was a delicious meal of brats, sautéed onions, red cabbage, potato salad, Don's best in the universe baked beans, and a roll. The meal was paired with two varieties of excellent California vintage wines. Coffee was available to all that wanted it. We then all retired to the campfire, where we served apple pie. This apple pie was an Appalachian moonshine distilled by Jerry from a recipe given to him by his almost Cajun son in law from Texas. Sunday was our final day. Again, Don and Jerry served a breakfast of orange juice, coffee, scrambled eggs, and bacon. After breakfast, everyone pretty much just packed up and headed back to civilization. All in all, it was an excellent and bonding outing. Everyone is looking forward to next year, and we hope this video excites you enough to join us.